Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Deborah and today I'm going to be doing some clusters. Now I recently used some of the clusters that I'd made in a piece when I was doing the pockets a week ago or so. And somebody asked me how to make the clusters. I have done a video on this before, but since I need a lot more clusters because I still haven't made them to go on the front of all the pockets that I made, I thought I'd just make some on camera while I was here. So I'm going to just go through and do that. Now I've start with some paper. I've got a piece of music paper and this one's got just writing on the back, but I can use this. I could use the other side too, but I'll use this side. And I've got some bits of paper and I wanted to kind of try and clean out a lot of this and use a lot of this if I can. So probably not that one. I'm saving that for something special, but I don't know what that is yet. And also I have these. Now I think I could just make these into tags actually if I just fold them down. I'm not sure why I haven't done that yet. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to put those aside and I'll make them into tags. I think I was halfway through doing them and I kind of forgot. So I'm just going to put them all over the page and then I can rip them out. So it's just a matter of putting down various bits of paper. Well, I don't know, this is how I do it. I don't know how other people do it. And then I'm just going to start layering things up. So I'm really not worrying too much about what I do, in that I am looking for some design, but I'm really just kind of thinking, well, I'll start with a piece of paper. That's usually the best way to start. I can probably get maybe 12 clusters on this one. Now I'm switching now because I've got this paper here and I quite like this bit here. So I'll put that on. And maybe some larger pieces down the bottom underneath might be good, because as you put the clusters on, they're going to get, you know, thicker or smaller and smaller. That's the word I'm looking for. So you don't want to kind of cover all of that up. You do want some of the edge of your bits showing where possible. And then with these ones here that have only got stuff on them like that, I will rip that edge off actually, and this edge here too, and maybe this one down the bottom. I don't want square, definitely don't want square. I want different shapes where possible. So I've got a little bit more here too, and oh, that one was not meant to go there, but I'll put one here too. Got a bit out of control there with where things were going. So just some odd bits of paper put down to start with. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to do some pops of colour. So this is something that I made recently and I thought that I might just cut it up. I've already taken a piece off it to use as a belly band, but I thought if I put it down like this, maybe it'll give a pop of colour to the cluster. It doesn't have to be up the correct way. It's just really about getting that colour in there. And if I don't like it, then I can just not use these. I think it's better to experiment and go, well, I don't like that, than it is not to do that. So let's just keep putting these down. I also have some tickets and I will grab those now because I've run out of that. These are the UK bus tickets, which I really like. They're really different and quite effective in journals. If you're wondering where you can get these, I sell them in my Etsy shop. So you can go and have a look at String and Scissors on Etsy and then you'll be able to find them there. Okay, so that's good. I won't put all this away because I'm going to hopefully do another group as well. So the next thing I want is possibly some words or something. Or something else. Let's see what we've got in here. I like to put another layer of something on here. Okay. I have got, what's that? Alright, so that's a little bit of paper, which I'll also put on. Just so you get that little pop of colour underneath. This is actually a bit from a piece that I was using in my, you know, this was from my family tree where I had things in hard copy, and I actually then put that into my journal when I journal stash when I was cleaning up the other day, because why not? That's what I thought. These papers, I think I probably did that about 30 odd years ago, and there's nothing wrong with them still, so I'm just going to use them in the journals now as I clean up and find bits of paper. I've got some really cool papers. I'll probably show you that in the next video actually. Something that many of you probably have never seen before, I'll bet. If you're young, you won't know what they are. When I drag them out, you'll be thinking, what are they? I like this bit here where it says folded and something. I'll put that one over there. And then I'll get this little bit down here. Oh. Yeah, so when I say I'm not worrying about where I'm putting them, I actually am looking at where I put them as I go. But if they land somewhere that I think, oh, that's not quite what I wanted, I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. So I just want to put this one more bit down because I've got it, and otherwise I'll throw it away, and I like the page number on it down here. So where am I going to put it? Maybe I'll put it on here so that it goes there. Right. Okay, so pop all these back into the tub now. So the next thing I want to do is to lay down some fabric or laces or something, and I do have this, which is just a trim of broderie anglaise, and I think I'll cut bits of it, and then I might tear this little bit here off, because that might be really pretty down there, mightn't it? Yes. Okay, so I'll pop that down there and just go through and start layering them up. I was getting those strings on the glue coming at me. I don't know if other people have that problem, but they certainly seem to stick to me. So each one I will put this little bit of either the trimmed edge with the broderie anglaise or just the plain fabric, or a mix of both. I don't mind that little bit of fabric. That's not going to rip because I've hit the embroidery section. Okay. Just put glue on there. And I like this fabric too because you can see through it. So when you put it on top of the paper, it is there, but you can also still see some of the paper through it, some of the writing and things through it. And then I'm going to add some different lace on now. So I'm going to start with this. Now this is just like an open weave piece of lace. I really like this. I've not used it before. I only just bought it, oh, maybe, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'll cut some bits of that because I think that's going to really look good because it's in that creamy colour, the same as the paper. Just chop it up. Let's get some of this down. Again, because this is open weave, you can see the thing below it, and it's not going to be an issue to block everything up if I used something that was closed up. I'm probably not going to sew these, I'm not sure yet, but I don't think I'm going to sew this. I think I'm just going to glue these today, just because I'm putting the glue on them anyway, and this is glue which will hold that down. So I don't think I really need to sew it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more pieces. And then finally I'm going to go to something that's a little bit fancier and a little bit fluffier. I just have to find what that might be first. Just looking in my lace stash to see what I've got. What about this one? This is really pretty. Try a little bit of that first and see if that looks any good. Again, I'm just going to cut the top part off and use that separately. Maybe if I scrunch this one up too rather than having it flat. Okay, I just had an epiphany. I've got this, which is that tissue paper, and I'm thinking that I might put some of that on top. Just going to see if I want it on top or underneath actually. Maybe I'll try this one underneath. Squish it up. And then just roll that into a little ball. I think I'd like it underneath actually. I wonder if I can probably just get this off while it's still wet and put that on. Yep, that's going to let me do that. Ah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and scrunch some of this up and then stick it down. I hadn't put this away, so I just noticed it sitting on my my tub of stuff to put away because it was too big to fit in. It was sitting on top, and I went, oh, try and get that and see if I can use it. Something a bit different. Okay, now I might try and put the glue on here rather than on the other piece. Might help with the sticking issue a little bit. Again, just scrunching it up randomly because I think it's, you know, you don't want to take too much time scrunching things in the right way. You just scrunch them, and I think they'll probably look better anyway than if I took the time to work out how to scrunch them correctly, if there's such a thing. Oh, one more. And I need one more piece. Oh, here you go. Just what I wanted. And over the top I will put some of this because I like that look there. Spread that out a bit to make it a bit more open. And I might just make it a little bit bigger this time. Just a little bit bigger. And again, I'll just practice the scrunch and glue and put it down. It's open weave, so it's not going to like that very much. There you go, got it. Try another piece. This piece will be easier because it's not open weave. It's got that lace is thicker. The embellishment on the lace is thicker here. Getting that on. Yeah, I don't know if that's any good to, which way's the best to do it actually. One way or the other. Maybe I'll use all of it rather than just part of it. Just use my pokey tool. Might help to stick it down a little bit. I think that piece is too big, so I will cut it in half this way. The other thing I could put on top of these is a button. So I think I will get my buttons actually, and then I can stick it on at the same time. I think it'll be easier to put the buttons on with the lace, so I will do that. See if I can make that work better. Once I do these ones I've already done, of course. And got some more. Now my hands are sticky, they're sticking to everything. There's another one. All right, let's put this down and see if I can get a button onto there without too much gluing issues. Alright, so that's those. Pretty easy to make, and once they dry I will rip them out, and then I will put them onto the front of the envelopes that I made a week or so ago. I don't know when, I've lost track of time. It's very busy at the moment, so time just seems to be disappearing on me. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm trying to think who asked me to do that, and I can't remember, but I will put your name below as well in the description box. So there you go, my clusters ready to go once I've ripped them onto the front of my pockets. This is Deborah. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.